Peace.
You know, whenever they came and took what belonged to us and gave us what belonged to them, they took our culture, our religions, our land, our women. But before they came, they sent their missionaries. And after the missionaries came the mercenaries. And after the mercenaries came the military to establish an illegal government all over the planet Earth in the name of European expansionism. But I'm going to tell you about the first M, the missionaries. This is called the insanity of Christianity. Gideon is Greek Orthodox. So when the two daughters knock, who is it? Let me guess. It's Jehovah's Witness. Presbyterians, Unitarians, right-wing Christianarians, and Episcopalians, Baptists, Christian Scientists, Seventh-day Adventists. How did they invent all this? Jews for Christ, ain't that nice? Spiritual healers and advisors, Pentecostals and their tongues of fire, Catholic priests, spawns from the beast. Their churches perform demonic feasts while keeping evil on the increase, telling lies that blind our eyes and stagnate our minds. And why does their God ignore people's cry? Why? He wants his own son die. Christianity, mental insanity. Jesus said, "Man, you shall come in my name," and only Christians can take the blame. They're the only ones who use his name to play their mental games. They own slaves, murdered braves. They once were beasts who crawled in caves, and now they got our minds enslaved. This is an outrage. No matter where you lurk or where you search, you'll be sure to find a church where men wear their expensive shirts and our sisters wear their wide-brim hats and finest skirts, and preachers preach the same sermon the first Europeans came to teach, and place our minds upon a leech, or for our very souls they reach and suck our essence like a leech. How my mind used to hurt when I was taught that mental dirt about some God up in the sky who no one sees until they die. And although I begged and cried, my prayers and answers were denied. Why? Simply put, religion's lie. But now it's time we all defied that was there deified, this so-called God up in the sky who wasn't by the millions died. It's time to wait. Their gods are fake. Their priests and preachers are all snakes. Sinister ministers, searching for listeners, expelling poison from their breath, making us blind and deaf to the factuality and the actuality of the original man's reality. You see, we are the fathers and sons and the Holy Ghost. And the ghost is the one they conceal the most. Because the ghost, the one they don't want seen, is our beloved queen. Now you're learning, the Blessed Mother was no virgin. But don't stop there, keep on searching. Because hidden secrets remain lurking. And one by one you can define the secret that will free your mind for the mental insanity and the criminality of the preacher's egotistical vanity and the spiritual wickedness of Christianity. We must reassess our consciousness. It's time for biblical scholars to confess how this world was born from incest. I mean, after we seen Adam and Eve were the first two on the scene. Cain and Abel were first two brothers. The jealous one kills the other. Now today we kill each other. Could that situation be a manifestation of the mental indoctrination and spiritual infestation of this religion in God, which has been our main source of indoctrination? Life pressure has been hard since they introduced us to their God and fed us and beat us with an iron rod while feeding us foods cooked in lard? Or was it not their God who said the swine is not divine and to eat it would be out of line? Was that Deuteronomy and Leviticus the one who gave this law to us? Like fish on a hook, we've been baited and caught by the so-called good book. We should have taken a deeper look into every cranny and every nook, but to examine Christianity deeper, which should be done by every true seeker who revealed the priest and the preacher about the physical manifestation of All Hallows Eve, Grim Reaper, like a black hole ready to suck your soul, destruction into instant, in the subnuclear particle of elements that will leave no reminiscence of the nature of your true existence. And know how they insist that ignorance is bliss, but ignorance ain't happiness. So when looking to the heavens, don't expect no God to drop, but listen to the word, spoken word, the lyrics of hip-hop. And you marvel at the wisdom of our children as they speak. And you recognize our children as the Jesus whom you seek. But the preacher in the garden offers fruit. He's a Pied Piper who lures you with his flute. and hypnotize you with the lies that have been devised by the master cons, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. They're the authors of fairy tales written for adults who belong to various Christian cults. And although children of humanity, they have been dispossessed of sanity, and they are victims of their Christianized insanity. Peace.
If we want more information on your poetry, where can you find you?
Well, I got a card with a number on it. Our class is here on Livonia Avenue, where, you know where they got the coalition, Akbar's? Right here on Livonia, across from Children's Center. I'll be there Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 o'clock. I live at 401 Mother Gaston Boulevard. I can leave, if anybody want my number, I got that too. I also deal with alternative cures. So if you know anybody in your family, I don't care what they got, cancer, AIDS, autism, Alzheimer's, let me know. I can show you how to handle it yourself. Peace.
That's real wisdom right there. The wisdom exists in our elders. Do not let that opportunity go past. He done gave you his address, his phone number, and his social security. Take advantage of that information, please. We got our last two poets coming up to the stage. You know what I mean? If anybody wants to say a little something or have an announcement, we definitely will provide you that platform. In the meantime, Quindell Evans, aka Blue Poetry. Give it up for your program director of Green Earth Poets Cafe, an exceptional artist. He's about to come and bless the stage for you all. Get your hands clapping and give it up for Blue Poetry. Blue Poetry.
That's just the way it is. Oh yeah. Oh, come on. That's just the way it is.
Alright, so after I blow this blue poetry, they notice me, but don't want me to go any place I ain't supposed to be. Before I blew this blue poetry, you're new to me, but truthfully was soon to be rooting and leaving blue with me. After I blow this blue poetry, you grow with me and go with me, the only places that you want to see. Before I blow this blue poetry, please hold your seats, my name go by the one and only Quindell if you don't know me. After I blew this blue poetry, you lose your highs and lows in me, you choose to come and talk to me like Jodeci. Before I blew this blue poetry, hold on. I said after I blow this blue poetry, they notice me, but don't want me to go any place I ain't supposed to be. Before I blow this blue poetry, just vibe with me. Alright, how y'all doing? So I don't know, I just feel like having some fun and just vibing.
Yes.
Let me see, I was listening to this beat, and it's very, very slow, and it's called Capital, and it made me just, the way the beat vibed out, it just made me, I don't know, I just took the word capital and capitalized on it. So, I'm gonna share with y'all what I came up with from this Capital beat. So I went, and you know, talking about all this gentrification and stuff in our community and all that. So it's just an expression of how I feel, you know what I'm saying, a critical expression of what I see. So, I'm from the capital of poverty, homicides like a hobby, surviving instead of thriving, we loitering in the lobby, flip quarters into $1, turn problems into a project, watch out for who's watching, don't plot on no land that's rotten. Know when to stop it, if it's toxic, let it go. You got a homie in your posse out of pocket, pull his coat, know the ropes. When to break bread or take a toast, which friends to leave alone or who you supposed to keep close. Cell phone for a mirror, but the picture's still no clearer. No megapixels ever fix what I'm seeing through no filter. No Photoshop could ever help us get past poor. No iCloud could store the memory of who we were before. Cell phones and religions, capitalism and prisons. Ain't no big difference between a Muslim and a Christian. Right or wrong, Bible, Quran, they singing the same song. Where I'm gone, I'm still here, so ain't no reason to fear death here, but we don't listen. My ammunition in my mind, shoot rounds with different sounds, write scriptures and drawing signs like boom, pat, pow. I'm out of my mind, appear, no time for wasting time. Use every second to shine. My sun is already grown. Moon is a giant stone, like a home away from home. Cause where I'm from, I'm alone. The people are not united, which is why I don't like titles. It's just a cynical cycle of status races and fighting from the capital to poverty. Homicides like a hobby, surviving instead of thriving. We loitering in the lobby, flip quarters into $1, turn problems into a project. Watch out for who's watching, no plotting, no letting that's rotting from the capital of poverty. Homicides like a hobby, surviving instead of thriving. We loitering in the lobby, flip quarters into $1, turn problems into a project. Watch out for who's watching, no plotting, no letting that's rotting. Gentrification.